Some gal try you, some gal
like like you said, the Warriors left, right? The A's are leaving, right? It's not a safe place to be at either. People, a lot of people don't want to go to Oakland. There's a lot of turmoil and a lot of reputation that goes on over there, and people are a little sketchy of going over there, and so Mark Davis had to do what he had to do. The NFL got on board. What up, Charm City? Had to get on board and move to Las Vegas. Ronnie Lott put a plan together, but they weren't interested. Like you said, other people, tried to save us. But when the city and the mayor and nobody wants us there, we got to pack up our stuff and go. Now, we got, Mark Davis became a billionaire out of this, right? The Raiders are now worth like $6 billion. Before that, they were worth, 500 million or something. They weren't worth anything. And Al Davis was always the brokest NFL owner in the league. He's everybody else are billionaires. Al Davis was a millionaire. And so I think that he made the right decision. It's just hard to even get the fan base to go out to Las Vegas when you're losing, bro. Like, winning's going to cure everything. If Kubiak comes in here and we start winning, we're going to start filling up the Death Star. It's going to start being blacked out. We're not going to be, all these teams aren't going to be able to come in here and push us out and be louder for their team than our team. But first step of all of that is winning. Getting to, in order to do all of that, we got to win some games, right? Get back to the playoffs, make a little playoff run here or there, and that'll get it.
Yeah, we just need to win, baby.
Yep, just got to win. Winning fixes everything. Everybody knows that.
Well, we're going to talk about if it was a good thing or not. I'm leaning towards like 65-35 that the Raiders essentially Mark Davis essentially sold the Raiders to Las Vegas and the NFL. Because we couldn't get a stadium. I think the NFL boxed us out because we didn't have a bunch of people trying to help us get a stadium. But we did have, like you said, Ronnie Lott and them. But, Mark Davis wasn't budging on that. And he just went where the money was. And so essentially, whoever was going to get us a stadium was going to win. So what did we do? We go get the Death Star. That's what we're calling it. I call it Airbnb Stadium because it ain't even our stadium. It's just the color of the Raiders. Like, it's owned by Las Vegas. I think eventually the Raiders are going to end up in Mexico. For real.
But
I think they're going to end up in Mexico and be the first international team, so to speak. So basically, when the Raiders left, it was a legacy killer. It killed the black hole. It killed the tailgating, and it killed the home team advantage that we had going into the game. And not only that, even when we did not win games, it was still an experience. It was still entertaining.